Welcome to the Wild Magic School Bus. This is Liz, but you may know me better as Ohiana. This Dungeons & Dragons podcast may contain fantasy violence, language, and adult themes. Content warnings can be found in the episode description. Now, if there's nothing else, Liz, I'd like to get on with things.
It's amazing what can happen in less than a year. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wild Magic School Bus, the most unprofessional D&D podcast you will ever hear. And that is a guarantee. I, of course, am your DM, Calvin Piper, and these illustrious individuals play the game along with you. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, guys.
My name is... So that's how it is. And, well, yeah.
Oh, right.
Agreed.
Yeah. Matt, TBD.
I'm Will, and I play Glyph 2, fully loaded.
Glyph 2?
Fully loaded. This is sequel to Glyph.
My name's Matty B, and I play Fulgrim the Paladin, Dwarf.
I'm the... Well...
Just FYI, first Glyph didn't die.
No.
It's the same Glyph.
That's what
He
you
just
think,
became
Calvin.
obsolete. He's fully loaded, so
Okay.
he's Glyph 2.
Sure. Yeah, let's roll with it.
I'm the other Will. I play Automir, the Leonin Blood Hunter.
No, you don't.
I'm Michelle, and I play Kenneth.
And apparently Matt today is sassy.
Sassy TBD.
Hey,
2.
it's Preston. And I play this dork named Lucius Kane.
Whoop. Lucius,
Thank you. Thank you, Preston.
Yeah.
Instead of saying a sound effect, he literally spoke the sound effect.
Did you say this dork or stork?
Dork. He's not a stork. He's not Eric Cockroach. But next character is Stork.
Preston, that's a really immature joke you just made. Eric Hopra, my God, grow up.
I got it.
New character idea.
Hey everybody, this is Drew and I play Zeph and my body is flooded with serotonin from some really funny dirty jokes we were making a few minutes ago, so that's where I'm at.
Yeah, a peek behind the curtain. We recorded this episode the same time we recorded the recap that you guys probably heard a couple weeks ago, so I apologize if there's more penis jokes in this episode.
But Drew's body is so serotonin.
Yeah, he's been peeking behind the curtain for
He said
sure.
penis first, so where to go?
No, you're not a go. Also, we do not have Oriana this episode. Liz had to work, so she will be with us in spirit, not in.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I'm Oriana
From the astral plane.
Guys,
This is my spirit.
guys! Frick!
And with those impressions, let's go ahead and jump into episode 30 of Gutsguard Chronicles. So the last time we were here, the party had continued on a rather arduous journey to get to a ancient dwarven city known as Vigfaron, a place that was home to the Draconians of the group and held information about their past and would hopefully illuminate some darker corners of it. The party stumbled across a small dwarven delving group and had run into a paladin known as Thulgrin. This Thulgrin claimed he knew the location of this mining camp and agreed to lead the party there as their guide as they crossed the border into the continent of Crocodar, home of the dwarves. As they approached what they thought to be a small ruin a few days into crossing the border, they discovered that they weren't the first people to find this place. In fact, there was a group of about a dozen or so trappers. How they found it and how they got there beforehand remains to be seen. But as the party tried to watch from a distance and strategize their next move, things got a little out of hand. Their companion Balefire, the Draconian with a little more than a couple curses laid upon him thanks to whatever happened in those early days, charged into the ruins and literally set fire to anything and everything in there, killing all of the trappers in what I consider a pretty cool idea.
Badass.
Pretty cool change of perspectives where I got to TPK a bunch of people and not feel bad about it.
I mean, it was a lot.
And we got to finally die. Ugh.
Yeah, and get that feeling. However, it didn't end so sweetly because the first person to arrive after the carnage was Zeph. And as he approached Balefire, he was entreated by Balefire to, in his words, fulfill his promise to stop Balefire if he got out of control. And that is where we find ourselves tonight, with Zeph standing alone in an open woods, now thick with the smell of smoke, burned wood, and the strangely salty smell of burned meat. With your friend, your brother, your comrade, Balefire, looking at you and saying, "Remember your promise to me."
So Zeph reaches his hands up, puts them on the side of Balefire's face. These hands that can cast Eldritch Blast through each of them. And he goes, what are you talking about? That was amazing! You were incredible. I couldn't believe it. You destroyed all of them. I didn't even have to do a thing. This is great news. Come on, let's join everyone else and get started investigating.
Let me ask this question.
Yep.
Is Zeph confident in what he is saying, or is he saying this to convince Balefire that it's not as bad as it seems?
Sounds like a deception roll to me.
To yourself, bro.
That's kind of up to you because he does not think that Balefire was out of control. I just watched someone seriously methodically decimate their enemy, and he's hoping that's not the case. So
okay, well, I would say based on Zeph's kind of disposition and the fact that he is trying to not smooth over, but kind of soothe Balefire, or has been a couple times now, I would say I'm going to make this a deception check.
Okay. It's really the same, yeah.
That's fine.
I'm
just thinking more for long
guys.
term.
First roll.
Okay.
First roll with the dice that will moon.
If it works, yeah.
For long term, I'm thinking deception's the way to go.
Oh, that's their moon dice?
Yeah, moon dice.
I'm using for the first time ever. We'll put this up on our socials. Lil Will has created custom dice for each of our characters, and so I am about to use Zeph's. Are we good?
Yeah.
Zeph's custom dice for the first time.
All right.
Woo! What is it?
16.
All right, that's 21.
21.
Nice.
Whoa. Rolls. Bro, Thacker used to do that.
As you kind of step away, you see Balefire kind of staying there, staring at the ground, his eyes flitting back and forth between the corpses, the embers, the fires that are still kind of dwindling. You begin to step away, and he just continues to breathe and stare. And after a few minutes, kind of a strangely confused look, but begins to follow you. His fear and anxiety now somewhat abated. You seem to have calmed him down for now. Make a perception check for me, Zeph, as you.
18.
This is good dice. Yeah, with my -2, that's a 16.
16. You can see the strange kind of shard-like materials that have replaced some of the spines across his back still kind of emanate a strange, not a glow as they've done before, but almost like a thin smoke pours out of them. But not crazy, but it is definitely, you do pick up on it as...
I'll tell you one thing, Balefire. Today's not the day I'm going to put you out of my misery. But we do need to really look at finding Emereldi pretty fast so we can get you all taken care of.
Yeah, Emereldi, yes.
Right, so I probably come out of the woods about that time.
Yeah, at this point you have made it because you closed the distance. You were running this whole time.
Yeah,
So.
Pothole is carrying the dead one.
Dragging the... Yep.
Yeah. She's like, hey, should we kind of loot these corpses and then, kind of set them alight? Bury them either way. I mean, we don't have time to bury them.
That model just needs to be scattered around.
The only one that is left intact at this point would be yours. All the other ones were piled together and incinerated shortly before Zeph arrived. They are ash at this point.
Not even coal.
Not even not even bodies.
Like everything that could burn was burned.
Yeah, gone.
Okay,
but there is that body left that Pothole is dragging with him.
I'll probably search him real quick, see if I can find anything on him, and then I don't know. Should we set this one? I don't know, kind of burn his ashes away too.
I also have an idea. Can I search the ash for magical items?
Sure.
Since magical items wouldn't burn.
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check for me. You as well. Yeah, if you want to search. Yeah, everyone can slowly begin to show up at this point as everyone's making their way.
I give him guidance.
Okay.
16.
16.
Yeah.
You find about probably 8 gold pieces on a small purse.
Let's go!
A few traveling items, a water skin, a small satchel with a few days' rations, and a couple of things. Nothing of note other than the uniform of the trapper. And what looks to be a small amulet kind of tucked under one of the folds, almost like a brooch that pins some of the cloak together. But it is it's a beautiful little thing. It's got this weird, almost looks like 3 claws kind of hooking underneath, and a small jewel inlaid on the inside of it. It's quite beautiful. But
yeah, I'll take that. I'd kind of like to look that over, and I'm going to put it in one of my pouches, and I'll probably do some investigation tonight. You said how much gold?
About 8 gold pieces.
Oh, okay, right on. Everybody gets a gold. Look at
I
it.
rolled 22.
22. You don't. The only things you can find are the. I don't know if Glyph makes note of the brooch that he found, but you would find out, obviously for the sake of brevity, you find the same style of brooches, about probably 6 or 7 in total, all kind of scattered throughout the ashes. Each and every one of them damaged in some way. Either the metal is... Oh, goodness. Either the metal is curled or the gem shattered. Either way, they are all in dire straits.
So there's like nothing left. Like they're just that.
It is literally a pile of ash.
All right, let me see.
Take all of those.
Sure, easy enough to do.
Oh, so the corpse does not have a mouth.
None of those do. There is the only corpse that does have a mouth is the one that Zeph or Glyph shot that ran off into the forest.
Then I have not yet set him alight. I'm kind of still looking through him as you come into the clearing.
Holy shit! That's a dead guy.
Hey, everybody! Didn't Balefire do an amazing job?
You do realize,
like,
that's trapper uniforms. Like, you just incinerated a whole bunch of trappers.
So
you don't see how that may be a problem for us?
I mean,
and the law coming down on our head?
If they were here.
I mean, do they swing first, though? If they swing first, they're gonna...
First of all, they're gonna know
that
when folks turn up missing. But also, that was a hell of a lot of magic that just went out. So they may very well be on our ass right here, right now.
We're on the other side of the border.
Yeah, we're not on this side anymore.
They shouldn't have been here in the first place.
That does pose a good question. What were trappers doing on this side? They don't really
can't.
have...
That's a great question.
They can't speak about these.
Write that down.
Because if they come to us about this, then we can speak out about
We need to figure out why they knew.
And they're
going to
wonder why the hell we were in parts we shouldn't have been in.
Yeah, criminals have no recourse, you know? Like,
But
Why would they
want to
here?
know why they were also over here.
Hey, Thorgrim, is this normal for trappers to kind of be just parading around your side of the world?
It is. Usually. No. No, it's not. Actually.
So that would pose the obvious question of, what are they doing here? What here?
So Lucius gets down on his knees near this corpse and, like, gets a stick nearby and pokes it and casts Speak with Dead.
Nice.
Okay.
Yes, he does.
I love it.
Yes, he does.
By poking him with the stick. Incredible.
Okay, so give me just a second here.
I'm really glad that I didn't just completely blow this person's head off.
Yes.
And I'm also really glad that I chose to run away
Yes.
last time and give you something to talk to.
You're looking at it all comes full circle.
I mean, it was a coward move on his part, but it worked well for the party.
Yeah,
Was it a coward move on your part then, since you were controlling?
My character would have done that if they had more.
Okay, so
I would love
as
to
you
put Bellfire
as
in
you
that.
poke,
I
the
won't tell
world-
your gym buddies.
the world around you kind of fades from existence, and you kind of focus on this moment here as you're kind of poking the corpse. And as you do, you feel kind of the air go cold, and hear a voice is, "What do we have here?" And your patron appears next to you in kind of a strange, smoky form.
Hey, I'm really stressed right now. Hold, wait.
You wish to speak to this one?
I mean, sure, I would like to know what happened. I mean, everyone else is apparently ashes. I thought that was just like he just burned some buildings, but apparently people were
That
dead.
was unnerving.
I know, quite unnerving.
I will speak to them on your behalf.
Thank
Ask
you.
your questions,
You know I am with dead
Lucius.
people, man. This is creepy. Alright.
Ask your questions at any time.
Oh, okay. What were you doing here? That's a good one.
You watch as, at this point, you can see slowly rising from the body of this corpse a strange, much fainter, kind of like wisp of a smoke body, I guess, but vaguely similar to the form of your patron. As it floats up, you can hear not words you understand, but this weird kind of dissonant vocalization as your patron begins to speak to this form, and it responds much thinner and quieter, but still legible or still audible to your ears.
This episode brought to you by Audible.
Legible to your ears.
Your patron turns back to you, and you hear them speak to you as,
This one says they were on a mission.
What mission?
again, the whispers go out, the whispers respond.
This one refuses to answer. I do not know if it does not know what its mission was, or if it does not trust you.
Hey,
I can only do this 3 more times.
Alright, I understand. I know you're running out of patience here. If I cast at a higher level, he has some more threshold for...
I like the idea that he has to take a big deep breath at the beginning, and then he only has that much breath to like speak with the
Right,
dead.
that's,
like,
I already spoke like 3 times.
It's like Finding Nemo when they're under the water and they like take a deep breath and pop up. That's all he's got.
You rubbed a dead genie.
Perfect.
Kinda.
Hey, sir, if you tell me what your mission was, I'll make sure that Lucius is thinking, and there's so many roads to take, and the devil on the shoulder wins. And he's like, I'll find a way to make you alive again.
Make a deception check.
Burning bridges with dead people. Alright. Deception?
Mm-hmm.
Can I guide myself? No, I'm already concentrating on the spell, I think.
It's not a concentration spell.
Oh, then may I?
Sure.
Right.
Let's go.
It's not bad.
Oh.
It's not bad. Chill, bro. Yeah. 14.
14.
It's bad. What's your insight as a dead guy?
Your patron begins to speak again, and then returns with a response.
It appears that in death, also as in life, this soul is very untrustworthy. They do not submit to your deal.
Damn.
2 more questions.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Okay.
Have we already asked? Can we hear him doing this?
Yeah, what do they see?
So in the 10 minutes that it takes him to do this, you guys just watch Lucius poking this corpse with a stick and just kind of talking out loud.
Hey, talk to me.
Not
answer my question.
But not as if he's just like talking like out loud. It's almost as if he was sleeping and talking in his sleep. Some of it incoherent, some of it not common. All of it with this weird kind of like glazed look in his eye and his red eye shining bright.
So it's not something that I can intimidate a dead person.
Do what?
It's not something that I could intimidate a dead person. Correct?
So there is a lot of debate on Speak with Dead. I lean to the idea of the caster is the only one who can communicate directly with them. So the outside parties can influence, they can like tell the caster what to do or like what to say, but in direct contact with the corpse they can do nothing because the corpse wouldn't even see them in essence.
You could tell the corpse that I'm gonna smash his face in with my hammer if he doesn't answer you.
Or you could ask him what they're burning.
I will say in a meta sense, you did use intimidation already, or use deception, which it was a intimidate or no, it was you could use intimidation, but the DC would be elevated because you're still bargaining with them, and they've already like
as a last ditch effort,
right? If you want.
So like, and from my perception, like I'm in this dark void with this.
You can hear them outside. Yeah. It's almost like have you ever seen Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
So like when Frodo puts around, everyone becomes like a shadowy version of themselves. Not as intense, but that kind of a thing where like they're still there, but they are way more like shadowy than they normally are. So you can still interact with people. It's just
okay. I'm gonna do what I'm good at. All right, I'm gonna try to scare this guy. Okay.
I will send your soul straight to hell if you don't answer me right now.
Whoa.
It is had Lucius is like laughing really
Make a intimidation check for me.
Okay. Sorry, I was like, it's like we intimidating. I was like, oh, sure. Is that 15? Yeah, it's a 15.
15.
Yeah, 15 plus 8. Because I'm proficient in intimidation. It's only good charisma skill I'm in, so 23.
Did you keep talking so you could do the math in your head? Were you buying yourself time to do math?
What?
That would have been brilliant if that's what had just happened.
I'm lost. I don't know what's happening.
So you are intimidating this thing to do what now?
Just to answer like his specific question. That's the question.
The question is, what was the mission?
Yeah, what was the mission?
Dang question.
Yeah. Because that guy was a coward, right? I don't know. That'd spook him. You wait for the answer to return, and your patron responds with,
he says they were on a mission to retrieve a missing convict and got lost across the border.
Insight check.
Make an insight check.
I'm not good at insight. Never mind, I'm fucking talented. Natural 19 plus 3, 22.
22.
Yeah.
They go,
just based on how they said it, I don't think they were being honest. It seems like whoever
this guy's such a pain in the ass.
They seemed like they were very secretive in their former life.
I fucking hate this. This is the worst dead person I've ever met ever. This guy sucks. Dogrin. Wait, hold on. How many questions do I have left? One. Alright, never mind. After one question, you can smash this guy's head.
That was a question.
The dead guy.
Yeah, technically these weren't questions, but I'm counting them as questions.
It's fine.
Sure.
So Lucius is like, his red eye walking around the group. Hey guys, I got one more question left. I got a question for this fucking undead asshole. This guy's a mean.
Yeah, I had one question. How are you going to go about threatening to kill someone that's already dead?
I don't know. I threatened to send this soul to hell.
Oh, well, I don't know. You better hope you can follow through on it.
It's intimidation, man. You don't always have to follow through with it.
That's true.
You don't need to always.
Do you think he has a family?
That's what I was thinking.
I don't think he has a good relationship with his family.
Also, based on the conversation and the line of questioning, he may not be like, yeah, I got a family, tell him so-and-so, it's me, it died.
Well, I was wondering, he probably might have like a badge or something that says his name.
Perhaps, yeah.
I mean, I looked up, couldn't find one.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if he's not willing to ask the juicy questions, there's a generally useful one. Did he see something weird around here?
Purple crystals, maybe?
Purple crystals would be good.
Okay, let's do a quick recap. What have you asked him so far?
I asked him, why were they here? And then they said they were on the mission. And I said, well, it was the mission twice.
Okay.
And they didn't answer both times. Well, they did answer, but it was a shitty answer. And I flipped off to the corpse.
Can't see.
Do you think... I don't know. I'm trying to think out loud. Why would they be on this side?
Well, they said that they wandered over here after looking for a missing whatever person thing, target thing.
Go on with their story. Ask who's the target. Who was?
But they're lying though.
Yeah.
Hold on.
That's my last question.
I mean, what if in fact they are looking for a missing target?
I mean, good lies will have a little bit of truth in it.
What if it was an old Emereldi or whatever?
Well, I mean, hear me out. What if it was someone that may or may not have been causing a lot of trouble on the other side of the border shortly before, about a week ago, a couple of days ago?
So I should ask what?
Who the target was?
No, I mean, I think we could probably deduce who the target was.
Okay.
Who's a person within the Union that was raising a lot of trouble a few days ago that's alive, that they probably don't want to be alive.
Wait, I'm lost. Who?
I mean, he's right here.
Oh.
Balefire?
I mean, I'm not Union,
Yeah,
but
I was like,
I did cause a little trouble at that place.
Yeah, in the Union. You caused trouble in the Union. That's what the trappers do. They solve problems.
Should I ask
Union.
if there's more of them coming, or?
I mean, he did yell, "You're not gonna take me."
I mean, you could simply ask him, why you... it's a hypothetical question, but why are you interested in Balefire? Like, why him?
Why are they going after Balefire?
You know.
I mean,
that's
hey
making
guys,
assumptions.
also, it's not that big of a deal.
Assuming.
It's not that big of a
Well,
deal.
if we ask that and for some reason it's not Balefire.
I mean, it's not that big
They're
of
gonna go, we're not.
It's just one more dead end, it's fine. Right? I mean, we're about to go into this place. Right?
Absolutely.
So we don't really need to ask why they're going after Balefire particularly, because one, you guys are like a limited race of people with extraordinary powers, and
say that again.
Extraordinary race of people with powers.
Limited powers.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah. Could say it a third time if you wanted to.
I don't want
like
to.
Two will do.
No, I think two will do.
Oh, here come more trappers.
No!
Oh, this is one of those things where we took too long. Calvin had a timer set, and
I mean, he's already dead though.
And I paid the ambulance to drive by just in time.
He activated one
It's
of
a timer that counts down to you calling 911.
Yeah, 100%.
He has like
Oh my God.
He has like a random like universal remote to like everyone's pacemaker and just like stops the pacemaker.
I like
the power.
I like the idea that he's gonna dox his own house with us in it.
Anyways, I'm just gonna ask him like, do you have any information on like the mine site?
I don't think they were looking for the mine.
They were just looking after. I would ask him why they're going after Balefire then.
Ask him what his favorite color is. Might as well.
I actually almost did that.
That's a good question.
Should I ask him what his favorite color is?
What? I don't know. You could ask. Why were the trappers interested in
Balefire?
the fire lizard? I don't know. They might not know him as Balefire. It's not like a.
Why were the trappers interested in this particular target?
Nailed it.
Calvin's deciding whether or not to just lie again.
I mean, you can do whatever you want.
Your patron responds after a few seconds of the whispers continuing and says,
He says their leader was interested in the Draconian who caused a disturbance and where he came from.
Okay, thank you for your time. And I poke him like really hard in the face.
Not the cheek.
Yeah, and the cheek. He's like,
Okay.
and then I do that thing that you can do with like that you used to do like to like other people like you do the thing where like they move their lip a little bit with the stick.
So then, Thorgrim, do you hit as you smash their face in the Lucius? You can see the wisp immediately just, and dissipates, and your patron kind of like watches her and goes,
Are all dead people this like conceited?
Not all of them.
Yeah, you're pretty cool, man.
Thank you.
Talking to
I think this one had a checkered past.
Where do you think he's going? Well, what realm?
Hard to say. Depends on what you believe.
Huh.
But my money would be on he's probably going to the Nine Hells.
I mean, I heard the Nine Hells could be pretty fun.
Not all of them. Until next time.
and they dissipate as well. So you guys are left with the corpse with now its head smashed in, and a open area in which to figure out what you're going to do next. So what are you guys going to do?
Fucking mine.
Is there any identification on that body?
Nope.
Okay, nothing.
Glyph did not find any identification.
And also
other
its
than the
face
small
is caved
brooch.
in. Good job, Thulgrin. I'm not one for brutality most of the time, but I could tell that Balefire was definitely justified in killing these people because of that guy.
What were they?
He failed the vibe check.
Burning.
And so he burned it.
What's that?
What, they were like burning
shot.
stuff.
Actually, they were collecting stuff. There was a pile of items in some like empty crates that they were piling into near their campfire.
Okay, can we go look at that?
You could try.
It was all consumed in the fire.
100%.
Yeah,
hold
I
on.
made you a necklace. It's like
Basically anything within probably about a 30 to 40 foot radius of where Balefire started his onslaught, even the ground itself. You can see there are small patches of ground that have this weird kind of blackish mirror sheen to them, and upon inspection you can see that some of it is yes, there is obsidian baked into the ground now based on the intensity of his
I'm still pissed, but I'd like to collect some obsidian because you can make real fine spearheads, like arrowheads. With
arrowheads would be really
yeah.
Go ahead and make a strength check to grab pieces of.
Could I aid?
Is this like obsidian coral?
It is not like obsidian coral. Just shards of obsidian. Not large chunks, but a few pieces here and there.
Yeah.
I was like, could I aid with? Like,
Yeah, you want to
I've
aid?
got
Yeah, sure.
Tinker's tools if you want some help that way. Help you chip some out.
Yeah, I'd say you get advantage then if you want to go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Hold on.
Hold on, I'm holding.
I've got tools for this.
You would just grant her more advantage, basically. So
I've got mine.
Using the tools of everybody around you. Go ahead and roll again.
17.
17. Yeah, you can collect. You can collect. I would say probably let's say 4 good chunks of obsidian that can be shaped into whatever you would like to shape them into. The choice is yours.
That's nice. I'm still pissed
And so, like,
off.
hey, Draconians. Is this place like this place like instantly recognizable to you guys, or is it like some like is it deja vu-y? Like,
I think we'll find out when we see it. To be honest, I don't deja vu. I don't think you really notice it until it happens.
Well, I was wondering if it already happened. You just didn't speak up.
Well, it looks maybe familiar, but there wasn't so many trees grown up through the buildings or burnt stuff.
Yep.
That was a recent addition, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, trees aren't really recent. You know, it kind of takes a little while for trees to grow.
I'm talking about the burn.
Oh yeah.
So everyone, Calvin's pooping, we think. Maybe just peeping.
Oh, that was quick. He pinched it off.
Wow. Calvin, look.
Really hoping you guys would just talk instead of talk about how I wasn't here.
We did until right then when you came back.
The Drew and I sold really, really well.
I didn't. It was
all right. So what is the party doing now?
Let's go deeper towards the mining camp, man.
Is there like an entrance?
So he had asked if we recognize this area.
You two do not recognize it.
Okay.
Thulgrin, however, you do. These ruins are what is left of the old mining camp known as Vicforon. About probably 8 or 9 smaller buildings. The rest, most of them, shells of what they were or small wall portions. Everything else kind of collapsed or rotted away. Not much to speak of, and not very big by any means, but according to your guide, this is the place. So what do you guys want to do?
Well, now that we're here, I think we've got to go inside, right?
Yeah.
Find the door or something.
Find the door.
Yeah, like an entrance.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Me too.
If you want to begin searching, I assume the
investigation.
Are you searching around? Are you searching the buildings? What are you?
I'm searching like just major areas.
Okay. Yeah. Start looking through some of the
way to enter the
investigation.
Mine.
Does Balefire recognize the place, or is it too screwed up?
Balefire is not actively helping right now. He's just kind of like sitting and like
chilling, meditating.
He's just kind of being quiet right now.
Okay.
The dude is shell shocked.
Yeah. I got a 13.
A 13?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anybody else?
That's actually Balefire doesn't look so well, and maybe we should have a long rest.
How about this? Why don't you go talk to him, and we'll all kind of take a short rest. I'll do a little looking around, see if there's something I can remember.
Why do you look at me?
All right. So who's doing what now?
I'm going to look for an entrance.
Okay. So go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
That's 21.
Oromir, you begin to search 2 of the buildings off to one side, one mostly intact, another one just a couple of walls. Other than overgrown furniture and some odd moss-covered equipment pieces, nothing in either of those buildings of note. They look to be most of these buildings were pretty decently sized and probably were used for multiple purposes. If it was a mining camp, then you would assume they were used to house all kinds of things. And in fact, in this one, you can even see kind of like buried in piles of dust and dirt, small chunks of different materials that kind of poke out through the ground every once in a while. But again, nothing of import that you find in the couple buildings you've searched.
Some materials?
Yeah, a couple of things like some irons, some flakes of what looks to be probably gold at one point, maybe a couple of just like small, again, flakes and bits of things that looked like they were stored in here at one point or another, but nothing.
Any black iron? Or black steel?
Black steel, no, there is no black steel here that you can see. This looks to be mostly raw materials, and most everyone knows that deep iron is the raw material and black steel is the finished result.
Okay.
But there is no deep iron here that you can see.
Okay.
Yeah, and you did see quite a bit of deep iron at Metal, and so you don't yet. You would know what to look for. So, Glyph with a 21. You begin to search one of the long buildings. Looks to be there's a lot of tables and chairs in here that are again kind of grown over with ivy and plants or rotting away. Nothing of import in this one. You approach a smaller building that is mostly intact. The roof is completely gone, so light is streaming through the tree branches that cover over the top of it, of the small tree that is downgrown on the inside of it. And you can see this looks to be what was probably a living area of some kind, much smaller, maybe only about 30 feet in size. But you can see there appears to be some sort of a larger overgrowth set into one of the corners, lowered like at an angle, almost like storm cellar style, but inside the building. But there's like growth, like moss and leaves and stuff growing over the top of it. So there's something down there, because as you step, it doesn't give way and crunch like the foliage and the dirt do around here. It is much firmer.
Alrighty, I'll see if I can kind of gently clear the moss off and see what it looks like underneath there.
Clearing away the brush for another 5 minutes or so, you can reveal what looks to be this dingy old metal door, blackened by age and just exposure to the elements. It's a simple door with looks to be like a metal ring set into one side to lift it open, and after brushing away the dust and the dirt that's kind of embedded into it, you can see there are what looks to be these ever so faint etchings in it. Even more surprising, there are keyholes, 4 of them in total, all set into it in a slight curve near the middle of it.
Okay.
With the etchings all kind of sprawled out across the top of it.
Can I read the etchings? What kind of language is it?
They're not words, they're pictures, images.
Okay.
One of them seems to be a strange, a simple circle with what looks to be these lines kind of zigzagging out of it at just one angle, maybe about a 60-degree angle, and smaller circles lining attached to the top of those small lines. The second image that you see, much clearer, it is the profile of what looks to be a dragon's head, the kind of angular, triangular-shaped head with like these horns kind of written into it, the mouth slightly open, and kind of the profile of the teeth there. Much more detailed, not well done, but detailed. The third thing you see is what looks to be an image of a drawn image, kind of drawn in what looks to be like either chalk or charcoal or something, of a mace. About yay long with like a circular top and spikes kind of protruding out of it. And the third one is not an image but an object. It is a small block of wood about 3 inches in length and about 1 inch long, set into the door flush. The kind of dark brown wood seamlessly transitioning into solid gold.
Right, I'm going to make an intelligence check, so I'd like to try and decipher that, because this is way out of my depth at this moment.
These are on the keyholes?
These are images etched or drawn or set above the 4 keyholes in this door.
Okay.
Is anyone else investigating around the town right now, or is it just these 2?
I mean, I imagine Kenneth would probably be looking.
Go for it, make an investigation check.
I had a 10.
If I've already been to this mine, obviously being a delver.
You have been to the city. You have not delved anywhere near here. You just knew where Victron was. Okay. Yes. This is, you knew of its location based on legend. So this is as far as you've ever gone in this place.
It's haunted!
So
14?
That's
yes.
10.
Not enough. You...
Is it with guidance? I'm kidding.
Are you being guided?
I thought everyone else was taking a short rest.
It's up to you. It's up to what you want to do. Do you want to help guide, or are you doing something else, Lucius?
Sorry.
You're fine.
I mean, you don't have to. Like, if you're not around, then nar.
I think Lucius should just be taking a short rest.
Okay, that's fine.
14. It stands.
Not gonna do it. You don't find anything as you're searching around. What was your intelligence check, Glyph?
10.
This is odd. Usually locks don't, kind of phase you too much. It's pretty easy to tell a lock, a mechanism, easy to open, easy to close. Don't know why there would be 4 in a door. That seems a little bit of an overkill, and also no idea what the symbols would mean for that. Other than, obviously you can tell there's a drawing of a mace and a dragon, but the simply drawn item and the block of wood turned gold does not seem to make any sense to you right now. Anybody else doing anything? TBD? Yes.
Is there any need to just be perceptive and
looking around the forest? If you want, there's no need to do anything. It's up to you.
Yeah. Just keeping an eye out around us while the rest of the team are searching.
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Very good.
Zeph?
That's a natural 20.
Oh, nat 20 on my first roll.
Let's go.
You see nothing.
But I find
you see nothing. I'll say because it's nat 20, and I'll throw you guys a bone. You don't see any intruders, spies, anybody looking in on you guys. However, you do see buried partially under some of the ash of the recent firestorm that came through here, the faint shine of something metallic.
Are you with me right now?
Nope.
No? Okay. I'm gonna tell whoever's closest to me that I'm gonna go over there and take a look at it.
Oh, well, I can be with you in that sense. Yeah, sure.
All right, be careful.
So you go over to it?
Yep.
It's a small thing, maybe only about 4 inches in length. You reach down to pick it up, and you see what looks to be a small matte gray metal key that looks a lot like this. So go ahead and pass that down to Matt.
Now, listeners, you can't see what just happened.
Matte gray key.
It's a drawing
Is this in the people pile, or
it was just in the ash around him?
Okay.
No, not the people.
Okay.
Just
okay.
in the. Like, no, I would have. If it was in there, I would have given it to you.
Yeah, I was like,
Zeph, what are you doing this time?
So did Balefire drink the 2 health potions that Zeph gave him when he first walked to him?
I don't believe so.
Okay, well, I assume that I've coaxed him to drink those.
Okay, yeah, you can do those, no problem.
Gonna use some draconic healing on him, which is just cure wounds.
Sure.
At level 3, I'm just trying to love on this guy.
Absolutely.
Just calm him down,
So kind.
Try not to get worried. That whole thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Using your heart song.
True.
Using my heart song.
Okay, so that's what you're doing. Full grade. What are you doing?
And
Sorry, Drew. I didn't realize you were.
You're good. You're good.
I'm just actually hanging out with Will right now.
With who? Armor? Are you looking around for anything? So are you investigating as well, I assume?
I can.
Okay, go and make an investigation check.
Actually, I think Lucius, after noticing that someone found something, I think
did you?
You don't find
Lucius is gonna make a perception check.
The door has
Make a perception
Oh,
check.
yeah, for sure.
Oh, you have?
Any other glinting things in the rock?
Because as I drew it, it's like, I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm gonna guide myself for once.
Okay.
Screw you guys.
You're a
I'm
strong,
evil.
dependent. Oh, evil.
Oh, that was dookie. That was like a 3 and a 1, and then plus 5, I think.
Well, that's what you get for being the way you are.
I get it. That was an 8, right?
9 total.
9?
It's 3 and a 1 and a 5.
It's plus 6 actually. So.
Oh,
10. 10?
Double digits.
There's nothing. Nope.
Frick.
Hey, Glyph, I think I found a key.
Alright, let me see it. Yep, okay. I'll look at this key. Does it look like it might fit into one of the locks I found?
Hey, you'd assume so.
Can we talk real quick about the door?
Yeah, for sure we can. The Tabidi found a key for the door.
So you said there were 4 keyholes.
Yep,
But
one of them.
one door.
Yep.
And each keyhole had a different picture.
Yep.
one of the keyholes is.
Yeah,
I would guess, given that this is the lair of the world's greatest magic user, that this one door accesses one of 4 different locations depending on which keyhole you use.
That's actually a very intelligent way of looking at it.
That would be cool.
Or it could be that it requires 4 separate people's keys to get in because it's so locked down.
Put it in a hole.
Emereldi have 4 arms or 2?
Just two, mate.
Test.
I mean, he had forearms, but like F-O-R-E.
Do any of you guys? Can you detect for like magic or something?
I mean, I can identify if you want me to.
Put the key into.
I can. All the.
What?
Yes.
Well, I have some pretty marvelous pigments that says that I can paint.
So good at this puzzle.
Well, who knows?
I can
if
paint
they're all
a door
same
on
key.
the wall, and an actual door can be opened to whatever's beyond.
Paint the door on the door.
So I could paint a door over the door.
Door and door violence.
It's just rock.
D&D is not.
It's just rock back there.
Door, yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. We don't
Go
know.
for it. Go for it. Let's get the
Alright,
puzzle.
I'd like to try to paint.
That's an interesting.
Okay. So you spend the time and the paints to draw a door.
Oh no.
Her door is going to open to the other door.
Investigate and try to find more keys if there are more.
You've already investigated, so we're still on the
next bit of time I get. I would like to ritually cast Identify on that. I know we're still in the first round, but next round that's what I'm going for.
Finishing your paints.
Yeah.
You stand back, very proud of your work.
Hell yeah, that's a door. That's a good ass door.
Open it. Open it.
Open it.
It is a painting of a door on a door.
Damn it.
Shit. Well, hey,
The magic door.
You should have painted a jar.
What? Why do we need that? Why do we need that to be identified?
get it? Because door ajar.
Why
Just
do
in
we need
case
that
of
to be
traps.
It's gonna take 10 minutes.
Why? Where do you have to go?
Or it could.
I just really want to go into this thing.
I just knew these paints were gonna be
We can just plug it into the door.
10 minutes
have to be a
lasts
door?
just split
Maybe it could
second
have been
in
a
this
window.
world.
Glyph,
Could I paint
could
a
you
window
please
as well? Through
roll
the window?
an investigation check for pothole?
Or even a
Oh, hell
You know
yeah.
what? I'm going to use my inspiration.
Pot inspiration.
Pothole rolled a natural 20.
No way. He did.
As you all are sitting here
thank God.
arguing about how to do all this, you feel a tug on your cloak, and you see Pothole standing there. In his hand, a small, dark black key, shining brightly, almost in a mirror-like finish, as he holds it up to you. Pothole found a key.
Mate, you got to just speak up sooner. That's.
Listen, I don't care what
appreciate it,
anybody
but-
has to say about you, pothole. They're wrong. You are pretty neat.
No one talks shit about pothole at all.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's ever had a negative word to say about.
We all love pothole.
I'm just saying. Despite anything anybody would, maybe, could have said about it.
Oh, where'd you find that? You beautiful little creature. Just all around. You were wandering around and you just found it.
Can you do it again?
Kind of how I found mine.
Yeah, hey, but I bet you.
All
could
right,
do it
everyone,
twice.
just wander aimlessly and look for keys.
Is there any places of interest here?
What's that?
Is there places of interest within here? Like specific buildings?
POIs,
All
spaces that are
buildings.
glowing.
There is a park that the old
So,
mayor.
is there like a dragon statue anywhere?
There is not a dragon statue anywhere.
Is there a girl with a dragon tattoo anywhere?
There is not a girl with dragon
Does anybody have a magnet?
Nobody has a magnet.
They don't exist in this world?
Unless you actually do. Yeah, there's magnets in this world, but it's up to
Is
you.
there like
I'll
a
look for-
historic spring that like
No historic spring.
I feel like you're acting like this is like super obvious and like I don't
It
know.
is
No,
just look
it's-
for keys.
You just gotta look for keys.
All right,
I
so
don't think you want to pick an arcane lock, mate. That never works. Well.
what
You blow up.
for the next 15 to 20 minutes after this whole collection of two keys has been, what is everyone doing now?
I'm talking to
searching
Zeph.
for keys.
Zeph wanted to talk about something.
Oh, you two want to talk?
You said you had something you needed to talk about,
I did.
and now you don't.
I mean, now I want to talk about keys.
Okay, never mind then. Let's go.
Okay, so
But we can walk and talk. Hey, how are you?
I'm just gonna cut to it. You're being really weird right now.
Hey, guys, am I being weird?
Hey, show of hands. How many times has Zeph come up to any of you and said, "Hey, how are you?"
0.
Thank you. He's not lying either.
All the time.
I don't like that.
Shut up, Tabidi. You never.
Wait, I think he
We
checks
have
up on the
many
street.
conversations.
Listen, with Belfire, like in the state he's in, I'm just concerned. I'm just checking in on people, you know. This is really
okay.
tough.
You just leave with it.
What is Balefire doing?
Just making sure you're all right.
Balefire's been
Yeah, I'm
setting on the
right,
edge
right.
of the
All
camp.
right, good.
Just kind of like setting on like a small wall outcropping. Michelle put it greatly, very shell-shocked. Just kind of like staring off and like staring down at the ground, breathing quietly, and just kind of like lost in his own thoughts.
And I
He's
get
not flaring up
inspiration.
at all.
No, he's just sitting quietly. He's
From previous like interactions and being around him, has his like the gems and stuff shifted at all? Do they look more unstable?
make a perception check for me.
Because that is something. Because he used to be like, "Oh, I can't do anything because I don't want this to freak out."
I don't want to blow up.
17.
17. You can see that the gems, much like Zeph did earlier, you can see the gems do not glow as they had done a couple of times before, but there's this thin kind of wispy smoke pooling off of them and kind of evaporating just a few inches off of.
And that's new.
I've never seen that before.
Is he like burned at all around like where the crystals are?
No.
Are you gonna walk up to him and like lick your finger and see if he goes like?
No.
You should do that though.
Okay. As Aramir is looking at that and those two are having a conversation, what are the rest of you doing?
Lucius. So there's like a weird circle with a zigzag thing.
Yep.
There's a dragon and
Yep.
there's gold to wood. And
There's a drawing of a mace and there's gold to wood.
mace.
All right,
I assume we already
so-
got the mace key.
So we found the mace.
And what's the other one?
Gold to wood.
That's not
Maybe.
gold to
We
wood,
need
that's
to. I
not
think
black.
we need to see all of them first.
I think we need to see all of them first.
Well, I think one of them's already in there, right? I mean, the block of wood looked like it. No.
It's set above the
That's
keyhole.
just the picture for that one is just a
I
piece
have
of
a
wood.
feeling that one's going to be
That's part
a block
gold.
of wood that turns to
And we
gold.
just found these like on the ground. And
Yeah, we
stuff.
So one of them was buried in the ashes. Pothole said he found his just lying around.
Okay.
Can I go near some trees?
Go ahead and make
Aki-oki.
I will say this because
Yeah.
you all are staring at me with desperation. It is not where you look; it's how high your DCs are to look for them. No one has beat the DC yet.
Oh, okay. I'm looking.
Then okay.
I'm gonna take the crowbar out, and since we found some on the ground, just like a blind
Go ahead and make an
person
investigation.
scene, I'm
Go ahead
just
and make an
running that
investigation
thing.
Can I
check.
perceive again?
Two, I think.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Ooh,
take.
20 unnatural.
You do find one.
16?
Buried, setting underneath a couple pieces of vine on a small table in one of the long buildings, you see a little more perceptible what looks to be kind of a bright brassy gold key, a little tarnished, but setting on a small table, kind of hidden away from the sunlight. You have found this key.
I found this key, guys.
And what did you roll?
Snipe it.
Did someone else roll?
The two of us got 16.
16.
So
16.
32.
I rolled zero.
Yeah, you don't find anything.
What color?
You kind of forgot what you were looking for at
color
some
is
point.
this
Ash
key?
angels.
It said brass.
Brass and gold.
Tarnished. So gold.
What we're looking for.
Oh, bro, they called it golden wood.
With a 16, you guys can also find setting in one of the on the only wall of this building that is standing. There seems to be kind of like this wall that had some kind of like apparatuses that like hung, maybe like coat hangers or hooks or whatever, and resting on one of those hooks, kind of ever so hidden by kind of the moss that's growing on this wall, is another key.
Hey, okay, there it is.
It's a green
Were you
one.
afraid?
Okay, let's go.
Dragon one, maybe?
So we got all four.
Are they all different colors?
No, I colored that one red.
Reassembling the group back at the door, you have 4 keys
Gold maze.
and 4 locks.
Weird lightning one, and then dragon, maybe?
Where's lightning? Which one's lightning?
Maybe these. Or the one that looked like it was like the...
Golden wood.
It was a circle
Yeah.
with many little zigging lines, like just one angle,
Yeah.
like that, and then little circles attached to them.
All right. Well, the circle key goes with in a circle.
Well, that one's gold.
No. So the thing is, they're all shapes at the tips, right?
Are they different lengths? All right. So if that's the case, you know, I've
can
never
just plug 'em in.
encountered. Yeah, I've never encountered a door yet that has given me repercussions, except for that one time breaking in. But anyways,
Magic door.
We could just give it a go.
I think we.
I mean, this one looks like the mace. If I had to guess,
Is that mace energy?
This one looks like the mace.
And this one right here?
Mace.
This one right here looks like a mace too. There's multiple different types of maces.
Can we do just like a straight intelligence check or
Yeah,
something?
make an intelligence check.
I mean, this kind of looks like a dragon's tail, though.
Describes the dragon with a triangular shaped head.
Just
yeah,
11.
yeah. I was thinking
11?
that same thing.
Same thing that Zeph learned. One of those drawings is definitely a mace, and the other is the profile of a dragon.
I think we try the profile of the dragon for this.
We do dragon, gold one, the mace.
Put the
and then we
green.
do the last
Lucius puts the green key in the dragon hole.
Let me see it.
This one,
Green.
triangle, because
You stick it in there and begin to turn, and it does begin to turn.
guys, it's working.
Oh shit.
You take 13 points of
13
points of lightning damage as your whole body gets electrocuted with this violent force.
So does that mean that's a lightning key?
You immediately release your hand from. Actually, no, you don't. You're locked in. Your hand is gripped onto the key, and you are being electrocuted in this moment.
Okay, well, I can't say anything.
Kick him!
Don't touch him. Look,
I
Man,
just,
fuck this.
take my backpack and just throw it at him to knock him off.
Make a strength check.
Oh, me? Or
No.
him? Okay. My strength is -2.
Don't want that one.
Oh, don't want that one either. No, okay, that's it.
What's it? Not enough. Lucius, you take 8 more points of lightning damage as you continue to be electrocuted by this thing.
We need all of these keys in. I grab the.
He's being electrocuted.
I'll grab the gold one and stick it in the gold hole and turn because we need all of them in.
Let me see the gold one.
This one.
And you're sticking in which one?
Gold hole.
The wood and gold.
With the gold.
With the gold.
You take 10 points of lightning damage as you're being electrocuted now.
Do they all have to
Next
be in
one.
at the same time? Is that why they're getting lit up?
Which one's the next one? I'm
But
brave.
they also
Are they
need
in
to
the
be in the
wrong
right
hole?
one, and you guys are
So am I,
just
like,
shoving them in
paralyzed
there
right now?
willy-nilly.
You are so.
I'm electrocuted.
As electricity goes, it is zapping through your body, causing your muscles to seize. So your hand is stuck onto this
Yeah.
thing. You are still coherent. So if you want to do something, you can, but your movement is restricted as you are. Your muscles will not relent as you're taking this damage.
Alright, Lucius is gonna do form of dread so he doesn't die.
Okay. You watch as the.
Not helping that guy. Holy
the
crap.
spasming of Lucius begins to turn into like these distortions, and the spit that was kind of foaming near his mouth is now turning black as it
Yeah,
begins
no,
to dribble
guys, I
down
have
his
7
face.
HP, so like.
Yeah, we need to grab the other ones and put them in.
Wait, so what did that do?
Or maybe
They're
it's the
being
wrong answer
electrocuted
and I'm
right
stuck
now.
on a fucking
what is it?
board.
Yeah,
Do
that
we
could be
think
too.
it's because the keys are in the wrong hole?
Can I,
or
can
is
I
it
like
they're
check
getting electrocuted
Lucius,
because
like,
we
try
don't
to,
have
like,
all the keys in
body
there?
check him to
Make a strength check.
Yes.
Oh, I'm not good at it. I'll be willing to
Oh,
try,
both.
and I'll fail because it's a 10. Nice.
Gosh.
That's a 10?
All right,
Yeah.
all right.
Because
That's
no
enough.
one's doing it.
All right.
Oh, it's enough?
That's enough. You body check Lucius as it yanks the key out of his hand, actually pulls free with the key. And he falls to the ground. Your muscles return to you. You are fine. Remember, you take 17 points of electric damage as you are still being
Yeah, can we,
Can we try to get him next?
Can I Fist of Unbroken air him?
100%. No check necessary.
Fist him!
You immediately
What?
air bend the crap out of him, blasting
bad
him
about
backwards. Key still in his hand as he falls down. No longer
Beating fist there in
electrocuted.
there.
Okay.
Should we
Off the keyhole.
Stop.
all at the same time?
Maybe you got the answer wrong.
I don't think it's wrong though.
Yeah.
I think it's just because we didn't
Dude,
put
at the
them in
same
all
time.
Well, I don't know. Like, that wasn't really a good positive reinforcement being literally almost shocked to death.
I'm gonna mage hand that sucker in there.
This one is gold.
Actually, this
What
Brass.
other hole would it go into?
We haven't tried
Guys.
putting another hole.
Do you want me to try?
Does anyone have mage hand?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, use fucking mage hand.
Where do you think these go now?
Okay. We have the mace, we have the wood to gold, we have the dragon, and then the other one.
So I can do like 3 at one time because I got my crazy magic. I can make my scales into things I
What
could
now?
probably
If
turn.
you can do 3, I'll grab the other key and shove it in.
Well, all right. Where do you want them?
Take him out
Well,
to
just
dinner first.
Start experimenting.
Yeah, so we have This one is the mace hole.
Do we think so?
You're putting that in the mace hole?
Do you think
we're gonna
so?
do them.
I mean,
all
What's your argument?
What's wrong with just trial and error? Just put it in the hole and see what happens.
Electricity.
Yeah, but they have a mage. Yeah, but they have a mage hand, so like.
But I'm grabbing one. He can only do 3.
Well, let's try one at a time and see if we if you get it correct, then maybe there's some feedback or something.
I'm gonna step in here.
So maybe it's like
I don't think you can do 3 at once.
No, you can't.
Because you, first of all, it's Eldritch weapons. I don't know what weapon you would use to hold keys and articulate them.
No. We long ago discussed that.
Long ago we discussed you could make
tools.
a weapon.
Eldritch multi-tools.
Weapon.
Eldritch multi-tool.
This is not a rod of mercurial form. This is weapon.
Hey, wait, guys.
So you're retconning his Eldritch weapon. Now it's just a weapon. It can't be an Eldritch.
It's not a tool, like we discussed in the beginning.
It was never a tool.
No, it totally was
never a tool. You go back and listen.
Hey, you're the DM.
I said you could make any weapon.
You're the DM.
So,
man, who's a tool at this table?
The Pact of the Blade means you can make any weapon you imagine.
Hear me out.
But it has to be a weapon. The stat
After
of
we
a
saw
weapon.
A 4-pronged pitchfork where we can lock the keys in and twist them all.
So I just found out that I also have mage hand. Yes.
After you just ate 30
Well, one, I didn't know I was gonna get fucking electrocuted and be stuck on it.
Question, Calvin.
I thought it was a normal door.
After we solve your puzzle, do I get my Eldritch tool back?
Absolutely not. It's never a tool.
Can we just? I want to just try this.
I look at Thulgrin and I also look at the smoking friend here, and I say, hey, that's why we don't try to pick arcane locks. If you're wondering.
I don't think he was trying to pick it. He was just putting a key in.
That's why you don't do it wrong.
I figure it honestly. I think he's right. I think all 4 just
I'm gonna
need
take
to go
a
in
minute.
at the same time.
I can summon lesser
Like
demons.
the top jaw of the dragon. It's high.
And we can have them turn the keys.
I think all 4 keys need to go in at the same time. And
I'm gonna take a minute and try and study this and do a little investigation check.
Make an intelligence check.
The intelligence works too.
Hey, do you have like rubber gloves?
We're like Taco Roll.
No, I don't.
Struggling at the rubber.
11.
Everyone's struggling with doors.
11.
Not that hard.
11 is not enough. You do not. Unless someone wants to grant you something.
So we're just gonna do this then. Let's just.
If only if Liz has guidance.
So we're using our hands.
Yes.
Okay, so who?
I'm
Liz
using
uses
mage
her
hand.
inspiration. That is a
These two are using mage.
6 at this level or D8 at
It's
this level?
D6. Go ahead and add a D6.
Yeah, I'm pulling up a sheet to see.
Like
if she
a
has
D6
anything.
1 11.
Which is inspiration.
That's 12. Yeah, 12.
On level 5, it's
check to see
a.
if I can study what is going on.
Are you
here.
proficient in Arcana?
No.
So who are the ones putting the keys?
So I'm putting me and Zeph are putting it with mage hands,
And
and
then
those other two are doing.
doing it.
And
You're doing it
I
again?
have-
He has HP.
Okay.
I'm also weak.
You are proficient in Arcana.
Triangle, so this would be the dragon.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Can I tell my rope of climbing to wrap around the lion guy?
Absolutely.
And then get ready to pull him back if that's
Good. That's a good idea.
Good call. Good call.
So the 18.
18.
Mace question mark.
Aromir?
I mean, it does look like more like a club.
Aromer.
You,
I think this one's the
Fulgrin, as you're looking at these symbols, the circle one with the weird lines and little circles looks really familiar. You've been underground before, and this looks like a very rough drawing of a beholder.
Alright, so.
None of them look like beholder.
That doesn't really help.
I mean, this has circular things on it. This one has circular
You
things
want to
on
stick
it.
it in the hole?
Stick it in the hole.
Beholders
Yeah, you have
are
mage
round.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
Hey,
put it in, sure.
also,
Wait, hold on. There's shapes up there at the top.
yes, they are. That's what we were just talking about.
That one has a
like-
circular hole.
you
This
twist
one has
it-
a circular outside.
Bee holder. If any of these could hold the bees, then we'd know.
I mean, none of them to me look like a beholder.
I mean, a beholder's just a big circle. There's a big circle right there.
Yeah.
Well,
The gold one has a big circle in it too.
But I doubt the electricity is going to arc from the mage hand.
No, if you look at this one, it's clearly not a circle. It's got sides.
You know what? I'm going to look down at my arm and beseech whatever kind favor is giving me this tattoo and be like, hey,
color.
do you want to maybe show up?
I'm going to go ahead and say this is the mace.
Nothing.
Fuck.
Okay,
so if this one here is the beholder key,
I'm just gonna put a key into
then this one here's the beholder key. That one's the mace.
Did we already put this one in the mace hole?
Is this the dragon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I think all 4 of the keys have to be in there at the same time for us not to get electrocuted.
Yeah, so
which one are you mage handing there, Lucius?
If this, so we're saying this one is the beholder key.
Yeah. I'll take that one. While they're talking, I'm just going to take that one and put it in the beholder hole, I guess, and see if there's any feedback with mage hand.
As you put it in there, you can feel the as you're using mage hand, you can feel the vibrating of electricity coursing through it.
Okay.
Try the other holes. And
you
see
do
if
also realize that as it turns freely, as in it spins. It does not engage anything.
It doesn't engage anything.
Spins.
It just spins. Okay, cool. Well then,
to me, that probably that one might be the mace. Put it in the mace and see if it engages.
I'll put it in the mace and see if it engages.
Which one?
This one.
So you put it back in the mace one.
Put it back in the mace.
The hum activates. It spins freely.
Spins freely. Okay.
I think maybe they all wait.
No. Okay, and then there's like dragon, and then there's.
Hey, why don't you try the dragon one in the dragon hole? Because
I did, and I got electrocuted.
But it stopped. It only spun a bit. It spun and caught, right?
They just turned their hands and got electrocuted. They were not able to continue turning.
Oh,
so you don't know.
The dragon.
I feel like it's the closest.
You're putting that in the dragon one?
Yeah, I put that one in the dragon one. Okay, so
that's the dragon one.
There's also no hum.
No hum. Mm-hmm. So you don't get electrocuted, and you don't even put it in the same.
So as long as you get it in the right hole.
Mark it dragon.
There's no hum.
Mark it dragon.
Dragon.
That one's the dragon? Wait, I thought the green one was the dragon.
No, it's not.
So cross that
There's
dragon
no electricity.
Cross that dragon out.
Engage with it.
Not dragon.
Man, what the freak is going on?
Alright, this is not dragon.
Sorry, this one with the mace hole.
And these are these all colors like in real
they are. One is a black, dark shiny black. Another is a dull kind of like grayish. The other is a bright brassy gold, and the third is what you could assume is like a milky green kind of.
I'll grab this the gold one, and put it in the beholder. The one with the.
Can you show it to me again?
Yeah, that one's probably got to be in the beholder.
Just giving off big beholder energy.
Nice.
That one. That's that one. What are the other two left?
It's at this point that the other two keyholes
got to be the mace.
Flash with a strange energy and kind of like have this kind of dull white glow in them now.
I feel like this one's going to be nice.
So put this one in mace.
You put that one in mace?
Yeah.
The mage hand puts it in there. You feel the hum of electricity again.
Yeah.
But for some reason, the electricity doesn't just stay in the mage hand. It transfers to the caster.
Calvin started
you take 20 points of lightning damage
well,
as you put it in there, and it
goes into.
So yeah,
very much like Jurassic Park. As you get rocketed back,
all cure wounds.
So inconvenient.
So this one has to be.
So that one's
I'll pick this one up with my hand and put it in this one. This one's the wooden one.
Yeah, that one's wooden.
Yeah,
I would love to hear the explanation for these.
Well, because this one is in.
No, I mean after we finish from the DMs.
Yeah, that's 100%. Yeah, go up, twist. Okay, next one. The last key, just slotting them.
As it does, you watch this door, which
what the frick is this?
by the way,
65 points.
All of them flash, and the light disappears. You hear a faint. That's it.
Is it like a lifting?
There's a iron ring on one side of it.
I will.
Well, it's easy enough. There's already a door on the door.
Lift. With a heavy protesting groan, the metal door opens up, revealing what looks to be rough stone steps, many of them cracked and broken, leading down into darkness.
I got you two. I'll cast wounds on you.
Is there any healing?
Should we? What time of day is it at this point?
Cure wounds.
Okay.
afternoon.
3d8 plus 5.
It's just past afternoon. You guys came over this early morning, and then with Balefire's excursion and kind of all the.
So it's like 5
couple hours of
5
about 5
Yeah,
o'clock.
you know.
Hey, should we do a little more recon around the area and then maybe bed down for the night before we go into the place that hasn't been explored in?
Yeah, I would love to sleep.
Yeah, we should probably not stay
Perhaps
right here.
Emereldi will guide us in our
I've been dead
dreams.
against doors.
Also, we might want to take the keys with us.
Yeah, in truth, I think we should probably shut it, lock it.
I think we should write them
so that
down.
nothing can crawl up out of there either.
Is there a mechanism on the other side?
Nope.
Okay. For like opening the door?
Yeah, write down where those go.
As you all are kind of discussing, you hear the sound of footfalls behind you, and you hear Balefire.
You found it.
Yeah, big fella.
Yep. And we figured out how to get in too.
Smoking.
But it kind of did
Let's
a number. Well, it did a number to a couple of our guys, so we're going to take the night and get ready, prepare for whatever's going to be down there.
Take the night. This is it. This is what we came for.
Oh yeah, for sure, it is.
So let's go. I think the DM wants us to get on with it.
Do you think?
Do you have any healing potions on you?
No, I don't have any.
Yeah, I have
Hey,
that.
do you have any healing spells for any of my friends?
No.
I can go still. It's just
No,
like
I do not.
I want to ask you a question.
I'll wait for you to do
Do you
it.
think
There's,
this place will be 100% safe?
4d4 plus 4
Nothing
each.
bad will happen.
Do I think that nothing bad will happen?
Yes, whenever we go down there.
I can tell you right now that I've been over in this area and it's not gonna. It
mean-
could always be bad. You never know.
Listen, if you go, Vale, if you think we should go, we go. I don't see why we would stand around and wait for.
We're not
Then-
standing around and waiting.
All right, everyone, heal up. He's healing for everyone.
Should we take short rest then?
Yeah, I think at the very least we should take about 20 or 30. Probably get our wits about us.
Roll some hit dice and
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to use hit dice instead of spells, you can definitely do that.
stuff back.
Yeah. No, I get. I'll do that then. I'll give you back your healing potion.
As you guys spend the 30 minutes or so taking your short rest, Balefire paces the entire time.
Right, I'm gonna go up to him and talk to him because I'm fine. There's nothing really I can do in a short rest, and I'm just gonna tell him.
You pulling him away?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm just gonna be like, hey, look, I get what you're trying to do, and we did what we said we were gonna do, and we got here, and the next step is to explore underneath. Yeah, and I'm excited to check out home. I can't remember what it looks like, but also a party's larger than you, and it's larger than me and Zeph, so. There are going to be times when we do what's good for everyone, not what's good for you. And we don't really need to have like a penis measuring contest in front of everyone in those moments. So I'd really appreciate if we don't do that again.
I appreciate your candor, Glyph.
Fucking kill him. Do it.
But I want to think. I've made one thing clear since the beginning of this. This is not my family. My family is you and Zeph. And if you have picked up a few stragglers along the way, that's fine with me. But I don't see them as family. I see them as baggage to be carried along.
Yeah, but that baggage is kind of what saved your life, so you might need to...
Saved my life. It's been... Zeph has saved my life. You have saved my life. They've done nothing for me, but dragged on.
I'm gonna instruct Vinny to go up there and try to give you some goat cuddles.
but
they've done nothing.
Some loving, Vinny.
They've done nothing but drag us down, waste our time.
To that point, I don't think Zeph or I would be where we are, aka with you right now, were it not for all of this baggage that's around. So
I'm not judging that. I never have. You have your family, and I respect that. But I've told you what my plan was and what my intentions were, and that's what I'm aiming to do, with or without them. I'd prefer it if I had my brothers with me as I went back and recovered what was rightfully ours, or do it myself.
I think that's what's not really computing. There's not really a them, it's an us.
You should trust your brothers then.
You're not there.
I imagine Fulgrin saying it under his breath. Like,
he can hear it. He's in one of those spaces where like you're like far away, but you can hear them like they're right next to you.
Thulgrin went outside to smoke a cigar as we took a walk, and he's just hearing everything. Thulgrin's getting his nails done, and next week at the salon, and I told him, you gotta trust your brothers.
The bowl on
my voice changed.
That's how you really talk when you're not around like people that intimidate you.
he dropped the mask.
Jeez, ladies, it's been what a week.
I got bunions on my bunions from going down there.
He like takes off his beard.
He hangs his beard up as he walks into the salon.
Man, sounded Irish to sound like the slug lady on Monsters Inc.
Oh my god.
Mike Wazowski.
Get your paperwork.
Leave the puce. Moving on.
The puce, man.
You guys were having your moment.
Look, Glyph. I know you've made your choice. You've had to do what you had to do. Understand? I've had to do what I've had to do, and I can't be this close without wanting to keep going. You understand? It's nothing personal.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
you know I'm not myself. You know I'm.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I mean, what's been down there's been down there for years, unmolested. 30 more minutes it's not going to end anything, and it's just to make sure that our friends are all right. Because I don't know what we're going to run into down. I know what's down there made you, made me, made Zeph, which means there's probably some stuff that's not ideal. So I'd rather go in there okay than go in there carrying the charred corpse of, the man that looks like a corpse already. And be like, hey mate, you're going to make it through, don't worry, I promise nothing's going to hit. I don't want to make that promise.
You always were the smart one of the group.
Well, it's not even debatable yet. I'll agree with it.
Not really in that competition.
Yeah, it's also true.
All right, Zeph. Glyph, we'll do it your way.
God, does everyone just think we all look alike?
I mean, we all are pretty similar, but...
He's got wings!
Glyph. Zlip.
They shipped us.
I hate
You
that.
knew the fans would do it.
My two dads.
Oh my gosh, is there homoerotic fan art?
The idiot behind
That's
this
how you know
voice.
Hope not.
That's how we made it.
The idiot behind this voice said Zeph, but Balefire said Glyph because he knows better. And he cares about
for
you.
sure. Yeah, he doesn't get it mixed up.
No,
Right,
he never would.
Yeah, give him a couple more minutes. We'll be ready to go. We just gotta, we gotta be smart about how we go through this. If we can't go all half cocked down there and just trip every trip that Emereldi may or may not have at some point placed. We've got to be pretty meticulous.
Guys, I feel great now. My heart has stopped beating at 200 beats per minute.
We hear that from outside and like, see, look at that, kid's good to go.
Woo! I can take on the world. I'm not getting any near any fucking doors again.
Right. After you.
Cool. All right.
So the group regathers and is...
Yeah, we just.
We go to the dungeon part.
I send a mental message spell to Zeph, and I just put Balefire Defcon at
Lower it is, the worse it is.
4 at 4.
4?
Yeah.
Pretty sus.
4 is mildly sus.
Well, if any defcons are used.
On a scale of Waffle House.
Right now he's just dipped. He's not smothered or covered or battered.
I send back like this cartoonish picture of me just shrugging. Like what?
Fuck, I am the smart one.
Okay.
4 plus 4.
Walking down the steps, leading deeper into this tunnel, you can see as you're walking, the first thing you notice is that there are sconces lining the wall, spaced out ever so much. But as you approach them, you can see these lights appear. These dim magical lights illuminate as you cross in front of these sconces, beginning to illuminate the steps. The other thing you all immediately notice is that this place has seen better days, and not just because of age. Something happened down here. There appear to be marks across the walls, broken stone, pockmarked walls. The place is in heavy damage in one way or another. However, you descend the steps about 35 feet or so and find yourself in a small room, maybe about 45 feet either way, with what looks to be a simple door in one end of it.
No.
And nothing else. A few
Give me
sconces
away.
illuminate
All right,
as you
mate,
step
it's
into the
your
room.
And you're calling.
Is it just
I don't have enough HP for that.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, the steps descend and open up into this small room underground. You can feel that you definitely have gone, you're down probably 40 or 50 feet underground. The cool of the underground world begins to kind of press in as you step down here, but the lights kind of chase away some of that coldness. And there is there's two long walls on either side made of simple cut stone, kind of yellowish, and a simple wooden door set.
Check for traps.
Make an investigation check.
Check it for traps.
Because
Yeah, go for
I'm
it.
not going to get shocked again.
It's not bad.
13.
13. Everything seems okay.
Okay. It
You
be
will
good
get
when,
shocked again.
Like, motioning for everyone to follow.
So one by one, everyone makes their way into the room.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's up to you guys.
Closer to the door.
It's up, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Everyone
Yeah, I'll slowly
Lucy's
make my
on
way
the
into there.
push the door.
You're
Is
going
it
to the
push
door?
or is the pull?
It's a push.
Okay.
Right hand or left hand open?
Right hand.
Yeah. So just kind of like leaning with my body into the door.
Easy enough. Opens without issue. It appears to be a 10 by 10 room filled with a bunch of crates and barrels stacked up all the way pretty much to the top. Room for maybe one person to kind of move through there.
Great segue, Calvin. Tonight's sponsor is Crate and Barrel.
Nope.
Crap.
Microbrew.
Crate and barrel microbrew?
Yeah.
Does it look like it's just a storage room, or is it like there's other doors?
For all intents and purposes is what it looks like.
This can't be just.
What is it? Does it smell like anything down there?
Oh,
There's a good
that is a
investigation.
question we do not ask enough.
It's a weird
It
question. but, like-
smells
No, it's not.
faintly acidic.
Good question.
Fairly acidic.
I tasted the air.
But this room doesn't. This room smells dusty. Very, very dusty. The larger room itself smells faintly acidic.
I think there's like a hidden door or something.
100%.
Okay.
For the walls.
The interior of this room, while sparse, appears to have what looks to be maybe two tables that were once standing upright, both of them now smashed or turned over. The floor is covered in a thick layer of dust with what looks to be a few kind of tools and trinkets and other kind of bits and pieces, a few open tomes with some crude drawings in them.
I'm gonna look through the tomes.
Tomes?
Flipping through them
Give me
easy
them
enough.
tomes.
They're very thin and have a handful of, again, crude drawings of what looks to be like weapons, armors, nothing crazy, nothing significant about them.
Anything
No.
unique enough to make me want to keep it.
No, it's a breast. There's a drawing of a breastplate with some schematics. There's a drawing of a long sword.
Well, I'm gonna
There's a
close
few-
them and just
Can I
put
have
them
that?
tidily on
It's
the
like
table.
they're
Yeah, I mean, like,
they're
take
learn
that.
they're learned to draw medieval weapons books is what they are.
step-by-step guide to drawing a centurion's armor.
But yeah, it's a for somebody who tinkers well. This looks to be some hobbyist little tinkering basement that got ransacked, but nothing of crazy interest.
Do we recognize it? Do the Draconians recognize anything yet?
No, you've never seen this room before.
Is it dark in here?
No, there's a few sconces that light up when you step down there. The magical lights appearing.
I'm just gonna make a wild perception check to see if I
Good,
can notice
make a
anything.
perception check.
Immediately, maybe give him a lead for the investigation. 10.
10. It's just a room, man.
It's a lot of room.
Start investigating the small storage room.
Okay, you're looking in there. Go ahead and make an investigation check. Anybody else outside of that room doing anything?
Yeah.
After I finish with the books, I'd probably go in there with him. Do you find anything that might need identifying?
I don't know. 17.
Do I?
Crates and barrels full of There's a barrel full of what looks to be like some old rusty metal coil, maybe spring-like. There's a couple of crates with some... There's a crate that is busted open, and there appears to be burlap sacks kind of folded in there in a stack. Everything else is...
Is there some sort of smithing area?
Nothing, no smithing tools you can see.
And this is like the door we opened, like the metal door with 4 keys, and down a hallway that had some signs of conflict, and then just this room.
And this room does look like it was turned. There are definitely pockmarks in the walls and stuff like that. Anybody else?
Can I go back up the hallway and see if maybe I can follow the smell of acidity? Or
make a perception check for me.
Okay.
Or investigation. I'll let you choose which one you want to do.
Perception,
Perceiving.
please.
Oh, you're good at perceiving.
I am a natural 20.
You were gonna perceive?
The smell doesn't go up the stairs.
Is it just centered in an area?
It's along one of the walls that is slightly less marred. In fact, not marred at all.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Can it be pushed? Can I push it? Can I try to push it?
Push the wall?
Yeah.
Your hand goes through.
Hello! I think I found something.
Is this a secret? Is this a secret door?
I think you found nothing. That was funny. Get it? Because it's
that's good.
I'm gonna try to play a little joke on everybody when they get centered. I'm gonna like step back into the wall and be like, "Oh my gosh!"
Make a performance check.
Thank you.
Yeah, make a performance check.
Roll for initiative.
Oh, 11.
11?
Yeah.
Pothole trips balls.
Hand comes out.
He's like,
for anyone who wants to be...
hilarious.
For anyone who wants to be like caught off guard by the sudden disappearance of Kenneth, you're allowed to. But for anybody else who is paying attention...
An 11.
It's not
Lucius
but yeah, Pothole immediately and begins to like chase after and goes through the wall.
Oh, I love him.
Lucius laughs and goes through the wall.
That's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh,
That's over my passive insight, so I start running.
Yeah, mine's also a 10, so I'm behind.
Yes.
I'm behind the two of them.
You're in a panic mode now.
Yeah. Shit! I told you.
So Kenneth, you take 2 steps behind the fake wall and kind of giggle to yourself. Pothole charges in after you, stops and puts his hands down, and before he can say something, wham! You are run into by a dwarf, a Leonin Bloodhunter, and a Draconian Artificer, one by one, bam, 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 running into all of you. You all take a tumble. Every one of you begins to tumble down.
There's a coffin in the middle of this shit.
Yeah.
800 pounds and 100 pounds of mahogany.
It's made of.
All of you take a point of bludgeoning damage as you fall down.
How many points?
1 point of
We need to take another short rest.
as you fall down.
Tabini, Lundgren, let's go see what's on the other side of the wall.
Did you just call him Lundgren?
It's only Lucius.
Thulgren?
It's only Lucius, Ohiana, and Tabidi with you now. Everyone else charged through, and you hear this cartoonish as they fell. You guys fell about 10 feet and collapse onto a smooth stone floor at the base of like a little short stair.
And they all like come in, like looking over the edge, like
I'm wheeze giggling.
you're like, damn.
As the rest of the party steps through and the party on the ground untangle themselves, you hear the sound of as the sconces illuminate now that you've passed through them, and you can see the hallway immediately illuminates. A beautiful hallway, not cut in the rough stone, this rough simple stone of the outside, much cleaner, much more precise. The stone floor, a dark black stone that lays out kind of like flagstone style in front and spreads out a good 80 to 100 feet down this hallway.
Super acid smelling.
No, the smell is still there, but it's not powerful. But it is familiar.
Yay!
Yes.
For the 3 Draconians.
And Pothole.
And, well, no, Pothole would never have come here.
Okay.
But for the 3 Draconians, this is home.
Do we have any memories come rushing back yet?
Many.
Frolicking.
This hall used to be filled with the sounds of conversation and sometimes laughter, sometimes jokes, sometimes curses.
Deep, intelligent conversation, right?
Lots of intellectually stimulating.
Somewhat intelligent conversations. This was the main hall that led to several other areas of your home. for many years. Lining this hallway as you all stand at one end of it, and the sconces illuminate about half of the hallway. The other half is still kind of dimly, a little bit of dim light. With those with dark vision, easy enough to see. You can see one side is lined with about 8 or 9 wooden doors, simply made. Some of them cracked, some of them bent on their hinges. Again, this whole place gives a look of what looks to be once a very nice area, now chocked full of damage and destruction. Stones have collapsed from the wall and are spilled onto the floor. There is a phone call for some reason. There are what appears to be...
It's my mom. Should I answer it?
No. She will talk incessantly.
Hello, you've reached Emereldi's place. I'm not available right now.
I'm not available.
Please leave a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I...
You did it while they were being attacked.
Yeah.
Recording a voice messaging greeter.
Okay. You can see like I said, the walls themselves, the doors, they're cracked. You can see on the left side of the hallway, the doors themselves, the 8 doors that you can see. On the right side of the hallway, there appears to be 2 alcoves, larger, maybe about 10 feet wide, kind of set into the wall. Looks like hallways receding to other places unknown. The top of the hallway, again, the sides are stone, kind of yellowish in nature. The floor, kind of a dark black flagstone. The top is also dark black, but set with what looks to be about a dozen or so indents, maybe about 1.5 feet wide and circular, kind of concave indents in the ceiling. There's about 12 of them, and 6 of them have what look to be these strange brownish-red orbs set up into them, half circles. The others are empty and just concave holes in the ceiling, but that is what you see in front of you.
Which
in this room? Just random ones. They're set in a zigzag pattern down the hallway, spaced out about 10 feet or so. But there are, let's say, there's a skip. There's 2 of them. There's a gap of 3. They're just sporadic.
Do you remember what these are?
Make a history check.
Someone else make a history check.
I'm not proficient.
Well, okay,
You're not gonna make a check if you're not proficient. That's +0 for me, so 5.
Well, it's 7.
Balefire should do it.
Balefire, what's that?
It's the key to our power.
He's got DM dice, so they.
I don't know. Right, I'm gonna fly up there and.
Those egg sacs or something.
It's only like 7 feet up. It's
I'm
not
gonna
like
poke him. No.
You could literally just get a boost.
It's not.
buddy.
Can we
It's
investigate?
not super tall.
I mean, they're literally the height of the lion.
Yeah, it's like my head would be rubbing up against them.
It's not exactly 7 feet. It's like a low ceiling. It's not grand in any design.
So how big are these things then?
What are
Orbs.
These half.
foot and a half?
Schmorbs.
About a foot and a half, just set up in there.
They look leathery. Metallic.
In this dim light, they give off a kind of a semi-gloss. So a little bit of a shine to them, but not a lot.
It's your power orb.
Underneath it.
Claim your
Yeah,
inheritance.
this is some serious Power
It's your
Rangers
birthright. Right.
But they don't give off any light of any kind.
What's your heart song tell you?
And they are, like I said, a brownish red color.
Yeah, let's have a heart song check.
Stuff. I knew we were gonna get one.
Are we like right underneath it?
Natural 2.
Closer towards it.
You can walk close towards it.
What'd you roll?
7.
No.
No.
Since it's my intimidation.
Nope.
That's +8. So that's a 15 on the heart song check.
Your heart song says the 3 of you are a little unnerved, but nothing crazy.
Should I touch it?
I mean,
Yeah, but everybody ready themselves.
yeah, I've already got my.
I say we just.
Touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it.
Don't listen to him.
It's
He got
cool to
electrocuted
touch.
the last time I did something.
I'm crazy.
Touch?
Is it like press up at all?
No, doesn't move.
It's just solid.
It's just cold.
Okay. Well, let's keep our eyes out for more of these. While we're
Yeah, there's
looking
6
around.
up and 6, and there's 12 total.
6 missing. So
maybe unlock something if we find all.
Do you know what these other doors lead to?
I mean, there's really only one way to find out.
I guess just start checking one by one.
Okay, you check a door.
Yeah, just like
It is.
Let's all split up and each take a door. I like that idea.
Let's take a door.
Idea.
Push it. Make a strength check.
Will thinks it's a horrible idea.
Glyph also thinks it's a horrible idea.
I guess we know who the real role player is here.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Glyph is smart enough to know it's a bad idea to split the whole party.
You push on it, doesn't seems to be locked or impeded. Hard to tell.
Right.
I have a mole, so I just like.
Good for you.
Kinda
You're using it.
He's got a shopping mall.
What is my plus? Okay. That's bad. 8.
I'll look at this. Yeah, this mess.
As you do, it rings off as it hits the door, kind of splintering the wood, but not really doing anything. Bale kind of turns around and looks at you. What the hell are you doing?
It's locked.
Hey, there's actually.
I know it's locked, but you can't come in here breaking down. Don't deal with it.
I got it. Maybe we all just chill. We don't just need to start bashing stuff because it's not open. It's 29 to pick the lock.
Easy enough to do. You
hell
set
yeah.
your tools in there.
Yeah, I literally just
in a second
set a claw
In a second.
and a half a hairpin. And ding. Maybe ask for help before we go bashing our home. I don't know.
Guys,
door opens.
Hold on. Before we go any further,
should we establish ground rules?
Yeah, since ground rules, I feel like there's lack of
we are
communication.
friends. We consider you friends, but we have now entered into our world. This is a place that's never been visited by anyone but the Draconian Ordinance.
Are you sure about that? Like looking around and everything?
Let's assume.
Okay.
So from a cultural standpoint,
Okay.
Don't go putting stuff on your head saying, "Oh, look, I'm a dragon." It's actually really insensitive.
yeah,
Crossed my mind.
knocking down doors though, like you're in our childhood home. Think about it like that.
And not to mention, you're also in the home of one of the greatest mages to have ever existed. So
if the way we find Emereldi is you knocking a door down,
he's gonna be pissed, and I'm gonna get yelled at.
yeah. So
I
let's
don't
just
want you to get
no
yelled
harm,
at.
no foul. Just let's.
All right.
We just don't want you getting hurt.
You know, treat it more like a museum.
Yeah.
Maybe we just don't go touching things
church.
because they're there.
A temple.
Yeah, that'll work. But you know, maybe we ask questions. We all kind of work together.
Let's call this our temple. This is our temple. I like that.
Your body's your temple.
The body of
No,
our
the
God.
body is a wonderland.
Yeah, my
Is
body
it?
is a wonderland.
So I go into the
My
first
body is a chili cheese dog at 3 a.m.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so good.
Doesn't it though?
Chili
No,
cheese
you
dog
can't.
at
That would be
3
fourth dinner for you, Drew.
I'm having fourth dinner. I'm going to.
Are you kidding me?
It's either fourth dinner or a box of wine.
He's gonna.
Which one do you think is the
He's gonna go home
gonna be
and
the
he's
box of
gonna
wine.
lady
Box
in
of
the
wine
tramp a
sauce.
hot pocket with Jana.
What about the hot pocket?
You're gonna lady in the tramp a hot pocket with Jana.
Hot pocket.
I wish. Do you think my household has hot pockets in it?
That's true. You're
No,
I
it's the
wish.
Aldi's brand, the steam
mozzarella sticks.
How would that even work? If you know it's gonna be hot,
all these
so they're both gonna be
brand-
like,
steam pouches.
A lot of tongue.
What's
You
behind the
take
door?
one bite and it squeezes.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh. So
Is it a hot pocket?
There's not a hot
Hot
pocket
pocket on a table.
beside. There's not a hot pocket in the door.
Michelle said
You,
The greatest invention.
as the door opens up, Glyph, you're opening it. There's a moment where, as you're opening it, you stop thinking about trying to recall this place and all the stuff in it. The people behind you arguing about bodies being wonderlands or hot pockets or whatever. And you open it up and you can see inside the 3 other people who share this room with you. Zeph on the other top bunk, Cirrus on the bottom one, and Tremor, who bunks underneath you. the three of them are in there arguing over some sort of contest that was being held in the dining hall that Tremor swears that he won. But Cirrus seems to think otherwise, and Zeph seems to be agreeing with him. And you stop for a moment as all three of them look at you and say, hey, Cliff, what's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Hey guys, yeah, I don't... This is gonna sound condescending. I don't know how to say this in a way that's not gonna... You're not really here? Or I'm not really... One of us isn't here right now. In a true sense.
And then you hear the sound of one of... Tremor looks at you and goes... And you look down and you see the room is empty.
Shit, okay.
Pothole is tugging on your cloak.
Hey buddy, yep, hello. Do you want to help me look around? This just used to be... Hey, Zeph, I think you'll recognize this room.
Is our bunk room?
It's your old room.
That was so easy. We found a bunk room. This is home. Great.
The simple posts that set into the stone above and below hang the 4 hammocks that all of you slept in. The simple nightstands and small storage chests pushed up against the wall. This room is maybe 35 feet from side to side. Not much was done here other than sleeping. Most of the other stuff was done outside this room, but it is exactly as you remember it.
This is the bunk room where none of the magic happens.
Was Balefire bunking with you?
No. I wonder if...
Alright, Cirrus and Tremor were bunking with us. Actually, could we... hey, take a little caution when you do this, just because, these guys might not be around anymore. We don't want to go rummaging through this stuff just willy-nilly. But is there a way to kind of look through the trunks and kind of piece a couple things together?
You look through my stuff.
Yeah, I'll look through mine if you want to look through yours.
Yeah.
Or actually, I kind of want to look through Cirrus's. I think we should look through theirs and let everyone else look through ours. I mean,
okay.
What are they going to find about us is shocking.
Searching through Cirrus's chest, there are a couple simple outer cloaks that he would have worn.
He always did.
A small. There seems to be a small kind of leather kind of portfolio folder, just folded, thick leather, and as you open it up, you can see set into the leather in little slits. Looks to be about 4 beautiful, ornate throwing knives. Very thin and simple, but well balanced. You recall Cirrus was definitely a fan of throwing literally anything. So he was gifted these as a way to put his bad habits to use.
Are they metallic?
I'm gonna...
What's that?
Oh, wait, yeah, they're
You're not looking at them.
They're beautiful.
I'm
They're
gonna,
beautifully.
I like to picture like a young hatchling Cirrus just chunking stuff.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, screwdrivers in the wall.
Resting against one of the walls, a little more worn due to its time here, you can also see the gliding apparatus that you actually helped him build.
Oh shit, I remember that.
When he decided that he wanted to try to fly like some of his other brothers, but couldn't because he didn't have wings. So you taught him how to
throw
you helped
things
him
from
build
the
one.
air.
Yes. Same issue I had.
It failed miserably, and you all had a great laugh about it as he had to set one of his arms. But it was a great memory, and it's still there. The beautiful kind of blue and white fabric kind of hanging loosely between the simple wooden frame. The fabric looks to have faded over time, has a few holes in it.
I'm gonna take that, and I'm gonna put that in the bag of holding.
Sure.
Because I've got an idea with it. And I'm gonna take the throwing stars.
Knives.
Yeah, throwing knives, sorry. And I think I'm gonna walk over to Tabidi. Like, hey mate, so Cirrus was a kind of kid, kind of like you, kind of just
cute.
Yeah, adorable, bit of a wild one. But he's real good with throwing knives. I don't think I've seen you throw anything, but you've got the dexterity of a chimp, so I mean, if you'd like to, I think, Cirrus is probably never going to use them again. I think he's dead.
Whoa! Hold on. You think Cirrus is dead?
I mean, that's true. I guess I thought Balefire was dead till a couple of days ago.
I mean,
Tell you what, I'm gonna hold on to them for a bit longer, but I think it would be right to give them to you if in fact we do find out.
You hope that Sirius is dead, because if he's dead, you get the knives. But also, don't hope that he's dead because we don't want him to be dead.
Yeah.
I mean, you might want him to because you didn't even know him, and if he is dead, you benefit. So make your own.
To be dead.
Except for the guys that you killed.
He's such a nice guy.
Right, so yeah, I'll just take that. I'll probably take the knives and put them like in my belt. I'll kind of show them to everyone if anyone wants to mess with one, but I think I'd like to hold on to them. That's a good point. I shouldn't have assumed he's... I think for so long we assumed everyone was dead, and I'm still dead, just like, everyone except for Balefire's dead.
No, I'm hoping that most people got away unscathed and have returned, or will return soon. What's in the other locker? Let me look.
I was looking through Sirius.
Shuffle.
You're looking through Tremors?
I wanted to look through Glyph and Zeph's.
Tremors' box is full of rocks. Geodes, rocks with crystals in them, simple stones, shiny stones, smooth stones, skipping stones, full of rocks.
I'll look through Zeph's.
Any interesting rocks in there? Anything
They're
like
beautiful.
with a note that says, "Hey Zeph, if you can't find me, if you look in here." No,
just beautiful rocks.
Okay, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna take like a bit of charcoal or whatever, and on one of the 3 juggling ball size Moon Sister stones. I'm gonna write Zeph on that and just place it on the top and close the thing, just as like a sign. If he comes back, he looks in his thing, he'll see, oh crap, some people are like,
okay, yeah, go ahead, look at my stuff. This should be interesting.
Opening up Zeph's chest, there's a couple of small items, a few scraps of outer clothing that they would have worn. Lots of little paper creatures that are folded to create these little intricate things. All of them with wings, little flying creatures of various kinds, and a mishmash of either handmade or collected tools or weapons. Just literally a junk drawer's worth of just useful things, all kind of piled in there.
tools.
Or
weapons.
So, if that's all that's left in there, can I go and take a couple of these paper things over to Zeph?
Yeah. What?
I'm gonna give you some of the paper things that you created.
The little paper flying things? Oh.
This is great.
What are these?
I haven't done that in forever. That's great. Love it.
Glyph's chest is more of is unsurprisingly full of
gold,
unfinished items, objects that were built or tinkered with, left unfinished or incomplete.
Is that your story? That you never complete anything?
That your soul is a junk drawer?
Oh my god.
I gesture over to Pothole.
I point to the one missing bolt.
I pull out my pistol as it falls apart in my hand.
Okay, so when you're sewing, there's a thing called a fairy stitch that some people add in, and it's an imperfection into their final product because there's myths that were
I feel like Glyph is pretty meticulous and he doesn't want to put a fairy stitch.
The rest of the party has been sitting outside, kind of letting them kind of rummage through the 3 of these people. And as that's happened, there was a moment where Balefire started to test some of the doors and was checking them as well, as you guys are in that room. And after you guys are talking about all the stuff you found in these drawers and everything and setting your stones in there, footsteps kind of re-enter the doorframe and you hear Balefire kind of at a low tone look at you two. You're going to want to check this room out. And he kind of turns and steps out of the room. You guys go.
Right on.
Following down, you can see, and a couple of them have been pushed open, and you can see the rest of these doors, the ones that have been opened, are other people's rooms. designed and personalized in their own special way. But one room that he seems to have opened, the door is pulled outward and has basically kind of been torn off its whole hinges because the door was highly damaged. And you can see that room has collapsed. There is rubble and debris filling the entirety of that room. But what's most obvious is two things. The first is a simple blue scarf and a hand clutching it. A pale green draconian hand. The scarf you recognize. It was Sirius's. Never went anywhere without it. And the hand was Electra. And she, well, this was her room. Bale kind of steps back and...
I guess we didn't all make it out in time. Sorry, lads.
I mean, she's got Sirius's scarf. Could be that he's still alive, you know.
That's right, his neck's not in it.
There's an astute observation.
There's a lot of heat in the neck.
Hopefully,
Thanks, Lucius.
Sirius is out there somewhere, and he's found a new scarf. Like we found a new family.
Thank you for listening, ladies and gentlemen. This has been the Godscar Chronicles.
That's it.
The end.
The God Scar was the void in our
Sorry, the friends that you made along the way.
The God Scar was
in our heart.
In our hearts. Is that what you said?
All along.
Those filled with cheese.
Well, we knew.
Oh no.
We figured everyone was dead, so as sad as it is, we can't expect that everyone did make it.
Just know what you have in front of you.
Shall we clear this room, see if anyone else is in here?
I mean, yeah. Let's try to be, you know, like as respectful as possible. I mean, you know, friggin' Electra's dead underneath all this rubble. I don't want to just go tossing a body around. That'd be kind of...
Yeah.
Do you guys, do the rest of the party help out?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, wait, before anyone touches her, we've got to discharge the... She was like a giant capacitor. It's just filled with energy. We'll have to discharge the leads here real quick.
I can't believe you're making a joke.
He finds like another hand or foot, whatever he finds first.
Jeez Louise.
What?
Continue.
Spending...
And he uses...
Yes.
And he uses a sword to just like link the gap. Like,
Where'd you get a sword from?
Electra collected sword. She had one on the wall
for discharging her lead.
Normally, that would work. But it's pretty easy to see that Electra hasn't had a charge in a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, she's dead, dummy.
After about...
The problem is with capacitors that even when you cut them off from electricity, they're still holding a charge.
About 30 to 45 minutes of slowly, quietly, solemnly pulling rubble out of this room. You clear most of it, and you can see, as much as you wanted to hope, Electra is there, crushed by whatever happened. But holding on to her, covering her as much as they could, Sirius was also there. And you all stand for a moment and absorb just how much you've gained these last few days in learning more about your past, but also how much you didn't realize you lost.
I'm gonna take one of his knives and just kind of put it in his hand, you know, kind of like Boromir style, you know.
Nice.
Yeah, you know. I don't know, he always liked throwing them. You know, you can go throw them and on the other side.
Balefire takes both of them and pulls them out of the room and kind of brings them into the hallway and kind of arranges them the way he was supposed to. And he goes, "Look at Draconian." And he puts his hand on the ground and the runes flash, but just barely. And you can see fires appear, and he begins to slowly emulate them
in a smokeless fire.
In a smokeless fire.
Can I snatch the scarf before he gets burnt up?
No.
So I was going to do something nice, but that's fine.
The scarf and the corpses quickly burn away as you have faced one of a few of hopefully no other corpses to be found. But time will tell. Welcome back home. And that is where we'll leave tonight, with just the surface of your home scratched and much more to discover as time goes on. Thank you guys so much for playing. Thank you all for listening. This has been quite an evening. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thanks for listening to the Wild Magic School Bus. I hope you had as much fun listening as we do making this for you. You can catch new episodes each Monday on whatever podcast platform you use. And while you're there, leave a review if you want. It actually really helps us out. And we've got socials too. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Wild Magic Pod, or on Reddit at r/WildMagicSchoolBus. Either way, stop by and say hello. We're always happy to meet new friends. See you next time.
I was wondering if Calvin was like very fearful of speaking, like during that.
Because anything he said, we were just like, oh, well, that's a penis. There's a penis in there.
Yeah. Like your wheels are turning as you're like, okay, that word's innocuous. That word's innocuous. Okay, but what is the?
Remember,
you said a very innocuous sentence, and we all started dying.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that was the thing.
I like to think that every Tuesday.
There was even a joke in there that I couldn't make because I was trying to be the mature one.
What was the joke you were trying to make?
One of you made a joke about all the innuendos, and I almost said innuendo.
Why didn't you?
Because I'm trying to be mature. Damn it!
No.
How's that going for you?
The most mature D&D podcast. We talk about.
I thought turning 30 meant I was turning over a new leaf.
Nope. Why? You wanted to get bored?
I said I thought. I mean, it actually.
I'm turning 19 in like 2 weeks.
Doesn't happen anytime.
Nor 30 and a half.
Nor 30 and a half.